He's been so good to us. Woo! I told you, Robert, whatever he had, right? This ain't a typical Sassy event. Wherever you are, just trust him.
Amen.
I'm telling you. The enemy is telling you no, but God is saying yes. The enemy said it's impossible. We serve the God of possible.
Amen.
Let me tell you. What I told you guys earlier, miracle after miracle. So you hold fast to your faith. Because your God is able. And he's going to show up in your situation. He's going to turn it around. And you just give him all the glory for it. Sometimes things are allowed to happen in our lives so he can get the glory for it. So no man can say they did it for you.
Amen.
Because those doctors, they had done everything they could for our daddy. So when he left, they knew there wasn't nothing they did for him. Well, nothing but God. And let me tell you this. I'm bring my sister up. All our lives, our daddy has been an unsaved man. With an own fire for the Lord wife. And God had told me, man, it's probably been 10 years ago, Daddy started having some health challenges. And you know, some men, they just don't go to the doctor. He had a blackout at work once. And I called my mother. He said he just couldn't see. Blood pressure. And when Mama called me that day, I said, well, Mama told me he ain't going to take him for a save. He ain't going to leave here for a save. I said, is he saying he confessed? He ain't going nowhere today. He said, and so for me, when we were in the hospital, I kept reminding the Lord what he had told me. I said, Lord, I don't know if he has accepted Christ. And I said, I don't know. So we got to make sure he can't leave here like this. And I remember a week before he left the hospital, me and Gabriel went to see him. When I walked through the door, he was in tears. He said something I ain't never heard my daddy say. He said, but you know, I've been praying. And we just started crying. I said, Daddy, keep praying. I said, he hears you. And I told Pamela, I said, this time right now is my daddy's time with his father. This rehab time where he kind of pulled him away from my mom a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So he can have that time with him. Because to hear my daddy say, I never have you ever heard in my life? And me and Gabriel left that hospital that day so encouraged, so blessed. I said, Gabriel, Daddy said he was praying. He said, Mom, I heard it. And when we wheeled him out of that hospital, he was in tears. And I will never forget that day. I told Gabriel, I remember we were walking behind it. I'm praising the Lord coming down the hallways. We going to the ambulance. They going to, transport him in. And the moment they wheeled him outside the hospital, something went all through me. It was like when he took a breath, I felt it in my body. And I said, God, it's all right. He said, it's all right, baby. He's all right. So whatever you believe in for, think about my mama been believing how many years for this man to be saved? She's been standing and believing and praying and submissive to a man who didn't believe. And the world didn't understand. And she would tell us girls, she says, I'm trusting God to do what he's got to do in this man. And when we didn't get it, she said, y'all ain't got to get this. I got to walk this. I'm going to bring you up, but I got to tell this testimony. It's all these testimonies are coming, and I know somebody needs to hear it. How old is Zoe? 9? 9 years ago, my father had a baby with another woman. And for us, the marriage was over. We coming home, or pack up his stuff. We gotta go. This is it. Because for us, it was like, well, this ain't nothing to discuss. We ain't nothing to talk about. And my mother decided she's going to fight for her marriage. And I told her I wasn't coming home again as long as he was there. I'm sitting here in Greenwood. I got a phone ring. It's my Aunt Cassville, her sister. Her older sister, Pastor Burroughs. To the phone. I said, hey, Aunt Cassie. She said, hey, Regina, get your Bible. Never good when conversations start with get your Bible. God, she said, turn to Matthew 7 and read till I tell you to stop. And it was about not judging. I'll never forget that conversation she had with me. She said, when she said, stop. She said, who's the believer in this situation, you or your daddy? I said, I am. She said, who's going to walk out this love walk you say you profess that you live? You or your daddy? Me, go ahead, Cassville. She said, no buts. She said, baby, listen to me. I need you to listen. She says, your mother needs us right now more than she ever has. She says she has decided she will not allow the enemy to take from her what she has built all these years building. She said, that's my baby sister, and I want to go move out of there myself. She said, but as a pastor, she came to me and asked me to stand in faith for her, for her family. I'm standing. And I need you to do the same thing. I cried so hard on the phone because I was so hurt. I was so hurt for my mother because I knew she was hurting. But I did what she asked me to do. And that little girl, Zoe, if y'all saw her today, y'all would think it's my mama's baby. Right, Pamela? Because my mother said she prayed for the Lord to give her a heart for this child like it was her own. And he did just that. And when you see them together, you wouldn't know it's not hers. And when Zoe was, 5? 3 or 4? Her mother passed away. And my mother's now raising her. But you would never know it ain't her baby. And I've seen, when I tell you, I've seen my mama walk out what she says she believes. It's easy to say what you believe, right? But to walk that thing out, now you got this baby at the house, it ain't your baby, now he done had a stroke, he in the hospital, and the world telling you, girl, it's a good time for you to get out now. No, she says, till death do us part. Just till death do us part. I had a revelation about that, Nadine, in my own life. Today is my 17th wedding anniversary. Had a wonderful dinner with my husband last night. Y'all just keep praying for us. God is doing just what he said he would. He's amazing. He's amazing. We'll bring my sister on stop there. They ain't over there like, yes! Paula's our kickoff speaker. She will come and share a few minutes with you. I think I done took up a bunch of time. I'm so sorry. I know you don't care anyway. Come on up here. This again is something Pamela has always said she didn't want to do, but I told her God has purpose for you. Because Pamela and I we're alike, but we're so different. This is the chick next door that would, one of the funniest people that I know. I always say, she always seems to give humor to situations that shouldn't be humorous, so you can laugh and do stuff. And that's her gift. But when we're in the midst of stuff that you should be sad about, we can cry and laugh and holding our sides, like when Dad had Mercer and he had put a little suit, to go in there. And so we would be running down the hall racing who could get their suit on the fastest. And nurses be like, what's wrong with you? But humor in this situation should be so sad. She did that for us. She kept us laughing in the hospital. And so I'm so thankful that she's here today when she often doesn't get to be in Greenwood. She's going to share her heart with you. And as soon as she's done with that, yes, I know. We're going to move on to our panel. You guys give her a hand.
She takes that big sister thing to a whole nother level. And no, I'm not getting agenda agenda before everybody else does. For some reason, when I got BAM, that was my name. I was on Facebook. She's sneaky with it these days. Because she knew I had an objection about this whole process right here. And I was like, well, Green was too far. This morning, I get the pleasure of being the kickoff speaker at Greenwood Tour Stop. And our subtopic today is positive mental attitude. And so today we're going to talk about finding your purpose, but making sure that your attitude is where it needs to be for you. And I did look up the word purpose, and a couple things that I found. But this definition I like, and it said, the reason for which something exists is done or made. For you see, God made you specifically for something. All right, Larry. He's sleeping. And so, a lot of times when you decide, let me lean this way. Yeah, see? A lot of times when you decide you're going to walk out your purpose or you're walking your purpose, you kind of need something to back you up. And so I got a couple scriptures that I found. The first one is Jeremiah 29:11, which I thought was interesting. You know, because me and Regina are so much alike, but so different. And she picked the scriptures for this tour. And it says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Romans 12:2 says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God. And like Regina said, you have to know that you know. You're not shaky. You need to make sure you know that you're in the will of God. Psalms 138:8 says, the Lord will perfect that which concerneth me. Thy mercy, O Lord, endureth forever. Forsake not the works of thine own hands. For you see, when you're walking in your purpose, he gives you favor and he blesses everything he touches. Hence why you're here today. And Romans 8:28 says, and we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good. For those who are called according to his purpose. For you see, when you're walking out your purpose and the very thing that you think you're going to be short or you're not going to have or you can't do, God lines it all up. This is just a movie, I say to people. I'm one of the starring characters, but the beginning and the end have already been destined. So all things are going to come together for our good, regardless of how many miles I have to drive and how much money I have to spend. It still works together because somehow I seem to end up back where I started with just the same amount of money. Amen. On every tour stop, I seem to have come back to where I started. I didn't go negative, I didn't go positive, I broke even. And that's okay with me. So those are the scriptures I have. What is your purpose? What is the thing that brings you joy? What is the thing that brings you peace? What is the very thing that when you sit and stare off, it brings a smile to your face or a tear to your eye? That's your purpose. Your purpose drives passion in you. It's the thing that makes your heart skip a beat. That's your purpose. And in finding your purpose, you have to make sure that you have a positive mental attitude, and you have to be okay with you regardless. Regardless of your surroundings, regardless of your situation, regardless of your circumstances. You have to be mindful of your surroundings and the company you keep. For you see, folk are going to agree, folk are going to disagree. People are going to laugh. Some people are never going to support you. We have people who are team sassy, who have never been to an event, never made a donation, never bought a dollar bracelet, never so much as said, I'll pray for you as you travel. And that's okay with us because we know that regardless of whether they do or don't, we still have to move forward. And more importantly, some people ain't going to understand. Just like Regina said, they ain't going to get it. But it ain't for them to understand. See, God didn't give them to understand because it's your vision and your purpose. And you have to say, okay, I know you don't get it. Because you probably can't. Because God gave it to me. So as long as I get it, you ain't got to get it. And I'm still moving forward. Amen. And sometimes God will take you from the familiar and put you to the unfamiliar. So you can't hear when you're in the familiar. You got too many distractions, too many folk, too many things that you depend on. So when you by yourself, all you can say is, oh Lord, which is what you should have been saying to begin with. But you couldn't because you always assumed this person was going to be there and that thing was going to be there. So in doing so, he strengthens your walk. And you learn to lean and depend on him. Now, being in the unfamiliar ain't pleasant, ain't easy, but it's necessary. Amen. Okay? I did some research and I find that it says most people in their life spend most of their time at the job. You think about it. The very place you don't like. The very thing you do that you don't enjoy doing. You spend more of your time at your job than more likely you do with your family. And so I'm going to tell you about my journey. There are many components who make Pamela who she is. And it started off very young. I decided I was going to be a cosmetologist. I had the anointing. I was doing my poodle hair. It was curly. That was the spirit right there. Poodles have curly hair, people. I just thought I had to call them. My barber was snatched. I thought about that thing. Cosmetologist stand up all day. I mean, I'm good when I leave there, but she probably real tired. That can't be my purpose. And then I decided I was going to be a teacher because, I was real good at math. I was tutoring kids. I was making me a couple dollars on the side. I even went so far as to get a scholarship for teaching fellows. And I was real good with that. No student loan. Jean was in there. I'd already seen how that ended. That's when Sally Mae is really not her friend. And then the lady said, we're going to give you this scholarship, but you have to agree to come back and teach 2 to 4 years in the county in which we give it to you. Sorry, lady. I need to hold my leg out. And I said, whoa, because what Pamela don't do is anything that don't make sense. Because when you run a race, you have to start, you have to finish. Amen. I didn't leave Columbus County starting out to go to A&T to come back to Columbus County. That was just the dumbest thing I had ever heard. I was trying to get away. People don't run to the finish line and say, let me go back to the beginning and start over. No, that didn't make sense. So that wasn't my calling either. In the midst of that, I did some cash work. I was at Hardee's. I was like, Hardee's, like a burger. I really liked that, the whole thing, because I was in control and I could really mess up your order and make you real happy. They was taking up my Saturdays and I had places to be. So that wasn't my calling. And then I was a pharmacy technician for 2 years. And I absolutely loved it. Because people come and say, girl, what's good for arthritis? And I'm like, I'm 16, lady. I don't know what that is. My mama used icy hot. When people say that you do, I'm a doctor, they come in, girl, my eye, what that mean? I don't know, maybe some ointment. They will come and seek advice from you. They will walk in the drugstore and ask you, girl, I got gout in this leg right here. Who? You don't do what? But they would come, and I like the fact that people would seek counsel from me. But I gave away one prescription and wasn't them ladies, and then I called her like 500 times. They don't take that, they don't take that. Boop, they don't take that, they don't do it. And she called me, she said, baby, this don't look like this mine. These pills is speaking out that they ain't yours. Did you take one? Because I'm going to be fired. And she's like, no, I said, well, praise the Lord, bring them back now. So I don't want nothing to do with life or death. So that wasn't okay. And so I went into 11th grade and I took a financial management class. And I absolutely loved it. I like money. I'm just telling you, I want money to blow like Lil Wayne. I like money. It's not a greed thing. I like what I can do with it. We talk about paying off mama's house. We talk about paying off bills, feeding the homeless. I like what I can do with it. And I even didn't see God on. I went on to school, got my accounting degree. I was going to be Pamela Stanley, I'm a CPA. Child was going to make money and travel the world. After 2 plane rides, traveling the world didn't seem so good. And I got married and not being at the house didn't seem so smart. So that wasn't my calling either. And some money ain't worth making. I sound crazy coming from accounting. Child, everything turned gray and you just be away and I have all this money and stressed and it wasn't worth it to me. So I started my financial management company. And mind you, all these components, different things in life. The cosmetology gives me the customer service. The teaching, getting the speaking, the pouring into. The cash handling experience. The pharmacy helping and explaining the benefits. All these little things triggered not paying attention, not seeking God. And I never thought about having my own company because I said I was going to have a desk, a window, a plan, and my name tag. Didn't think about that being in my own house. Because I was going to be okay with running a company, just never thought it would be my company. Again, your vision is always small because what God has for you is bigger, but you can't see it. And He can't give it to you because you can't handle it. Because I'm out of that house, not paying bills, I'd be selling, girl, I got to go, what? Oh, thank God. I wouldn't have been able to know what to do. But my greatest joy is being able to help someone, have someone come to me and say, I'm in bankruptcy and I can't do this. And I have the gift of being able to say, this is what you need to do. If you do this, this, and this, you can have this in 6 months or 12 months. Whatever the thing is, I am on the outside and I have a vision to fix it. And I will complain about my client. Because my mom is one of my clients. God bless her. So she don't listen. She don't listen. But she expect her car to work every time she go into place. I said, Mom, she called me. She said, Pamela, my car don't work. They keyed it, they swiped it, she put it in a plastic bag. I said, you had your car put in a plastic bag? It's time to stop. Like, pump your brakes. She's like, but I wrote a check. Okay, Mama, the money's there, but you done swiped the name off the card. I have people don't listen. So now you write checks because your card don't work. So I have that, and I fuss about that with Regina, but I absolutely love it. I talk about your mama. Every time I call her, what mama did. She had the ATM again, charged $3, charged $8. She not listening. And she frustrates me, and I told her that I think I offended. I said, Mama, you make me turn gray places. She said, Pamela, just never mind. And I said, well, she is my mom, so I have to back up off of her. So she get a little special treatment. She pays well, because I'm not working for free. All that stress, I need pain and suffering. And so that gives me joy. I've had people come to me and say, we can't afford to buy a house, and then watch them be able to purchase their first home. That brings me joy. The end result of it. Not necessarily having the money Because when he gives you your purpose, not only is it for you, it's for somebody else. So in being obedient and walking in your purpose, he gives you the desires of your heart. So you have the peace and you have the joy and the financial stability and the house and the car. All those things come all by being obedient and walking in your purpose and still blessing other folk. So my question is, what is your purpose? And if you don't know what it is and you ain't trying to find out, what are you waiting for?
That was great, wasn't it? This from the one where I ain't get on there talking in front of nobody. That was awesome, Pam.
She be bad comedian to her.
I told her, I offered her money. I said, if I can pay you one night to go to the comedy club and do stand-up, just one night. She said, I believe she have them in the floor. Y'all give her a hand. All right, we're moving into our panel. Wow, yeah, I took up a lot of time earlier. Woo! All right, we're moving into our panel. We're gonna cut the panel 20 minutes, Angie. Okay? And so we can get Robin up here. But this is our panel discussion time. And the ladies who are on the panel, just grab your chairs and come on up. Just come on up. Just grab your chair. Come on, sit right up here. Right up here. Like we don't have a pageant. Get out of work. Or grab a chair right here. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves to you. I'm going to pass it off to my moderator, Ms. Angie Lomax. She has questions. And I apologize, y'all. I didn't know I took so much time earlier. But, this is our girlfriend's time. Y'all get what I'm saying? These are our panelists, and they're here for a purpose because I either know them personally, and I know their positive mental attitude, or I've been told about them, and it was confirmed when I spoke with them, Pastor A, about their positive mental attitude, and they're going to bless you, all right?